Hey guys, what's up? D-Live here, back again with more Minecraft. In today's video, I'm going to do a seed showcase on one I've been researching, and I've uncovered a lot of stuff. First off, it has the coveted Mesa Biome. It has 5 villages, 4 desert sandcastles, 2 abandoned mine shafts, the end portals within reach, and 2 cool landscapes, and a zombie and spiders spawner with some good loot. The first village, Spawn Village, this is where you spawn, by the way. You spawn in between 2 villages. There's a village over there, and there's a village here. In this village, you got the blacksmith, and you get started off with, I believe, some iron. So let's check that out. I know you get some iron. I believe you get obsidian, enough for an enchantment table. Yeah, 4 obsidian, you get food, apples, iron. All you need to start off, you can get a sword, you just need to get some wood, which you can go to the other village to get your wood, your crafting table. There's also a library in there. It is right here next to the blacksmith. Make sure you raid it for the books and the crafting table that's inside. And there's plenty of pigs that you can kill here for food as well, which is very easy. You get tons of food. Look at all these pigs in between the villages. You can literally get, with the just punching by hand, get so many pigs. Then you can come over here. Now, the first time I spawned, there weren't sheep here. You might have issues finding sheep, but if you get lucky enough and have sheep spawn here, this is your bed. You can either make those 2 iron you got from that village into shears and save their lives, or you can get a sword, kill them. I'd probably get the sword and kill them. Now, there should be coal in here, so you got a little entrance to a mine, so you can get some iron here and coal to cook your food. And you can stay at this village for the night if you need to. In this village, it's nice because you get wheat, potatoes, and I believe, on the other, yeah, and carrots. Carrots will be over here, and more potatoes. So you're pretty set. You can cook those potatoes. Potatoes are very good, baked potatoes. You can also steal these torches if you need to go into that mine over there. And you also have a piece of wool, so you only have to kill 2 sheep if you feel like not being murderous and killing all the sheep. In this village, you also have 2 libraries, so make sure you raid them. There is no blacksmith, by the way, though. That's the only drawback on this village. So make sure you raid all the books that you can. It's going to be good for enchanting, for your enchantment table, and also if you want to enchant a book. So the next thing we're going to go to is I'm going to teleport to a nice area close to these villages that is pretty unique for this map. Very tall structure, and I'll be teleporting right now. Alright guys, this is a pretty spectacular structure here. I've never seen anything like this. Very symmetrical in here with the 2 dark areas and the waterfall coming out. It's a very tall structure. I haven't seen a tall structure like this, and bear in mind this is not amplified. This is normal. It is huge. It's humongous. There's a couple places you can build a house. You can build a house down there at the bottom, at the base of the waterfall, or you can build it on the top. Now behind it, there's a couple more pillar-like areas. There's another one with a waterfall. There's this little area with an overhang. It might be a cool spot. You're kind of buried in here, and you don't get to see that full frontal view of the waterfall over there. But there's a couple spaces where you can build a house. There's another area that I prefer, but this area is definitely really, really good. So the next part we're going to do is we're going to TP to a village near the end portal and near the area I like. And hopefully you guys like it too. Alright, we are here at the village, and in this one, it does not have a blacksmith, but it has all 3 different types of vegetables, or I guess food that they grow in villages. Because wheat is not considered a vegetable. I have no idea actually. But there's wheat, there's carrots, and there are potatoes somewhere. I know there's potatoes. Where are the potatoes? There's the potatoes. So it has all 3, and it also has a library, so make sure you go ahead and steal all the books. Now, the real reason that this this part is my favorite is this structure right here. You might think, oh, it's just a mountain, but the cool thing is it has 4 different areas to look out, and I would love to build a house inside here. I know there's a little problem with the darkness, and it might spawn spiders and skeletons, but there's a good way to light it up and stuff, and I would elevate the house in here. You can see out 4 different ways. You can see out this towards the village, one way over here with a waterfall. I would plug up that lava. Then you can see out here, also seeing a waterfall, and you have this side, and do we miss? And we have this little area up here that you can see out of. I really like it. You can either build right in here or build on the top. It's a very cool structure, and I prefer this one. I know a lot of people would prefer the huge structure, but you can build it also on the top here. You can level out the ground, have trees around you, and whenever you need trees, and you can plant them. So it's kind of like a forest and a plains, savanna, and a desert biome all meets together to form this bad boy. So, and also, the end portal is right there. It is right there. Literally right there. And it's a perfect area. You basically go down this little hole here, and you guys will see what happens. If I can just pop myself down there, which I'm having a lot of trouble. But here we go. We have the end portal right here. You just gotta watch out. If you come down here to raid before you're actually going to the end, make sure you destroy this real quick or it's gonna knock you into the lava. Those little silverfish guys are nasty. The one thing is watch your step in here, because it goes right down there. But there's an area down there, but I didn't see any chests. But you just have to explore. There's also a mine shaft that runs sideways to this. It might be a little dark in here. Let me brighten it up with a little potion here. It'll be dark in here, so make sure you bring some torches. And there's going to be skeletons and stuff, but there's a lot of crates in here. I went through. Here's the abandoned mine shaft right here. Basically, let's see what we came down. So I can give you guys a little bit. Am I already lost? You guys might be able to tell where I exactly came from. We dropped down, but as you can see, I'm already lost. I am already lost. But there's an abandoned mine shaft. It has melon seeds in there. I've seen in the crates. So you gotta watch out for cave spiders in there as well. But you can basically go down to the end, raid a couple of chests. There's definitely chests in here. I'm just gonna have a hard time finding them. I want to find at least one. I know the libraries tend to have 3, but 2 of them are books and papers usually. But they're one. Here's one, and it's a library. So this one has an actual iron sword, redstone, and an ender pearl. And the ones in here, there's one here. There's a whole bunch of books and paper, which is good. You can make your bookshelves, but there's tons of books in here. You literally can have books for days if you come down here. You don't have to worry about raiding any of the village's libraries because you have all this to raid as well. And there's a lot of string in here that you can use for wool if you need to, or anything at all. But yeah, there's that mine shaft that's next to it. You can basically mine. You can come down here first. There's a couple different options you have with this seed. So now, next, we are going to go to the village. 2 different villages, the last 2 villages. One is Blacksmith and one's just like a normal village that you could stop by. Just more of an area of where they are. So there's 5 villages within 100 blocks of the spawn, and that's what I've been kind of focusing on, everything within 1,000 blocks. So let's go to the next village. Remember, all the coordinates are going to be down in the description, so you don't have to worry about writing anything down. Alright, we're at village number 4, and it has tons of wheat and some carrots. It has a library that you can raid, but that's all really it is. It's just a stop on the way if you need a place to stay if you're traveling, or if you want to raid their farm. It's mostly bread, mostly wheat. There is a little batches of carrots. There is no potatoes here, and there's no blacksmith. Just one library that you can raid. Alright guys, last village, and we will have a blacksmith. And this one, you'll have a little bit of iron, an iron pickaxe, bread, and an apple. And this village, you also have carrots and wheat as your crops. But there is, I don't think there is a library in this one. No, there's no library, just a blacksmith. But the one important part about this village is a little ways off this way. You will encounter a zombie spawner, and it's very easy to spot. You'll come over here and you'll see this. You'll see cobblestone where the sand sunk in. The dungeon kind of spawned close to the surface, and as when the blocks start loading in, the sand will drop if there's any empty space. So this spawner is kind of trapped. Now, the zombie, I believe, from what I've seen, actually spawns right in there. if you uncover the spawner. You might actually go ahead and do it. And this box is actually pretty good. It's got 7 iron, or actually 10 iron, an iron bucket, a disc, and iron horse armor. So it's very iron oriented, and I believe the spawner is right here. Here it is. It's a zombie. So you can use this as an XP farm, and it's amazing because it's right at here. So you can build around it and build an area where you can actually fight the zombies or build a trap right here to kill them, and you can get a massive XP boost along with the already major enchantment table, and it's just really, really good. And you might be wondering, how can I make the enchantment table? Well, there is some diamonds located in sandcastles, sand temples, and there's 4 of them, and they're kind of close, and I'll be showing you each one in a minute. This first sandcastle is the best one out of all of them, and you'll see why once I drop down below to look at the crates. Just be careful about that. I would totally knock it out when you get down there. Just break it. You can take the TNT that's below. And this one you have 7 gold, 5 bones. This one you have a diamond and 3 rotten flesh. And this one you have another diamond and 14 gold. And this one you have another 7 gold and 16 bones. So a lot of bone meal, gold, and a few diamonds. This sandcastle is the best. The gold that you can use for golden apples or anything you want to do if you're building redstone tracks, the redstone sensor tracks that are automatically powered with redstone that's next to it, you'll need gold for that. So this sandcastle, out of all 4 of them that are going to be listed, this one is the best, and this is a must stop by. And this next sandcastle is the second best one, and it's also very close to the first one. As you can see right above my hand, where my hand is resting, is the other one that we were just at. And this one too is a holder of a diamond. So basically with the first one, just be careful when you go in. Don't set off that TNT trap down below. You just drop down in, break that. We're gonna need some potion of night vision to see. And this one you have 3 iron. This one you have a diamond, 2 gold, 2 iron, some rotten flesh, and 4 bones. This one more iron and gold, and this one more gold. So the prize is definitely the diamond that is inside, and these 2 are super close. All 4 of them are relatively nearby each other. They're kind of in a little area, but these 2 are the closest by far. Let's go on to the third one. The third desert sandcastle is a little bit buried, and it's got iron and gold in the bottom, and I'll show you the 4 crates that it carries. Make sure you break that pressure plate. This one has 7 gold, and our night vision potion, of course, runs out as we're looking at stuff. 2 iron. This one doesn't seem too laden with iron and gold, but it's got a good amount. Not too bad. And let's move on to the 4th sandcastle, if I can figure out how to get out of here. Our last sandcastle is kind of buried. It's very hard to see. About the only way you're going to see it is if you're coming from this direction. It's very buried, very buried. And I missed this originally, and I went through my final run and saw this, and I was like, oh my god, a secret sandcastle. So you just got to be careful. A lot of them are buried. Not the greatest loot in here, more of iron and gold, but a good amount of iron and gold, but no diamonds, no saddles. Seems like this is a saddleless map, but I'm sure they're going to be in other grades. So let's move on to the last 2 parts, the abandoned mineshaft with the spider spawner and the Mesa Biome. So this abandoned mineshaft is down this hole amongst these trees around the coordinates down in the description. Basically, you go down, you just gotta mine this lava right here. Be very careful going around this, and the abandoned mineshaft is right here. You don't have to look for it, just down the hole. And pretty early on, I have only found 2 crates while looking through it, but very early on you'll find your first one. You gotta be careful to watch out for those creepers. And should be right around here, and it's in a cart, so you get a free cart as well. You get melon seeds, some coal, pumpkin seeds, and bread. The other crate had iron horse armor in it, the more important one that's in here. But there's also a spider spawner through a cave spider spawner. So you go through the cave spider spawner, there's 3 of them, so try to find the one that's around the coordinates of the spider spawner in the description. You have to go actually through the tunnel with all the spider webs. You're gonna break that cave spider spawner, and then there's an easy way to get into it, or you can try digging through to get to the spider spawner. It's a regular spider spawner, not a cave spider. It's the regular dungeon spawner, and I will teleport right now to it. As you guys can see, I am just through a cave spider spawner, and right here at the end of this ledge, there's a spawner right there. I accidentally stumbled upon it. Actually, I went through this and I wanted to discover everything. Also, before we head into there, all the way down here, there are definitely diamonds. I'm not gonna spoil where it is, but it's down in this general region. It's down in this area somewhere. There are some diamonds down there. There's some gold, as you can see. We have night vision, so we can see everything, which is nice. Some iron and coal. And the spider spawner, you basically just gotta either, wrong way here, either you jump down here and like catty corner it, or just build a bridge along here. One thing, the longer you take, the more of the spiders spawn from here. And these crates, there's golden apples, so it's well worth the risk. You get 2 golden apples, a couple of discs, wheat, gunpowder, and iron horse armor right here. And then you get a name tag as well, 2 bread, some redstone, spider webs, and a music disc. The only thing is, there is no saddle here either. So let's move on to the last part. The main attraction of this seed showcase is the Mesa Biome. Alright guys, there it is, and it is a massive Mesa Biome. It goes about 1,500 blocks that way, and it's about 700 blocks in width. You come from the shoreline here where the desert, you can take a boat or you can swim your way over. It actually starts underwater, and it works its way over here. As you can see, all 6 colors of the hardened clay: the orange, the yellow, the red, the light gray, the white, and the brown. And the reason why this is such an important biome, it's rare, plus it takes a lot of work to get these clay. You have to get some clay, put it back together, smelt it, and then get the dye to make it this color. So instead of doing all that work, you get these 6 clay that are these colors, and the only thing you have to do to get the other 10 variations of hardened clay is to get the dye that makes it that way, and they're all redyeable. You don't need a certain one to get another one. You can just dye it, and you might need a couple different dyes, but this is also another part. These are common. I think they're common on these. They're dying forests, they're called, and I believe the name for it is Mesa Plateau F. And there's also sometimes little water pools on top. But this one's so massive that it's got like every possible thing you can have. It goes on for 15 blocks, so you have plenty of clay, whatever you want to do with it. Also some red sand as well if you want that. But it's a huge Mesa Biome. Relatively close. It's only about 1,000 blocks off of the spawn, and this is basically the highlight of the seed. Basically all the villages are a good plus. All the abandoned mine shafts you can run in, the end portal being close by, everything's kind of concentrated. I tried looking for the other 2 rare biomes that are associated with the mushroom biome. I think the icy peak or spikes, I believe it's called cold spikes. I didn't see any of those nearby. This is definitely the highlight, and if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like. Let me know if there's a seed that you guys come upon that is really good and you want to share it. It's gotten really dark. I think it's becoming nighttime. Let me fix that real quick. No, it just got really super dark all of a sudden. It might be raining. That's what it might be. It will not rain in the Mesa biome. As you can see, yep, the sun came out, so it was definitely raining. It will not rain here, but there is no animals from what I've seen. I haven't really visited one. This is the first time me actually seeing it. There seems to be no animals here as well, but there's definitely evil enemies that spawn at night. So if you guys did like this, make sure you leave a like. I'll do another one next week, so make sure if you want me to do a certain seed or something that you've stumbled upon make sure to leave it down in the comments down below. And if you want a certain one, like a survival island spawn or just something, a nice easy starting spawn with a bunch of villages and deserts. The cool thing is every time they update, there's totally new seeds. So anytime you see it, especially with this one with all the new biomes they introduce, but hopefully the next one I'll try to get a 2 of these biomes. I would like to get the Mesa one because it's so important, and either the mushroom biome or the icy spikes or cold spikes biome. The one with the ice pillars, they're really cool looking, and I would love to live there and start my survival series right there because it looks so cool. But all the information for all the spawn points of everything I talked about is in the description, except for the spawn village where you spawn. And I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know if you're starting your survival series on this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.